Hi guys, it's Chris with City Your Homestead. So time to doctor up our spaghetti that we used last night, because remember it had just sauce in it. That was it for the sandwiches. I did have 2 pieces of toast left, so we're going to put that back in the oven just to warm it up. But we had this much spaghetti left. So now if you have a big family, that's not nearly enough to feed a whole family. So we're going to doctor it up and make it so that it stretches to take care of a whole entire family. Now, you don't have to add these things if you don't want to, and you can just warm back up the spaghetti and use it. But I got used to, when I did daycare, I would always add some kind of vegetable to my pasta. And that way, for the food program, the kids had to eat vegetables. My kids love vegetables. Well, the daycare kids, not so much. So I got used to adding veggies to it, then they would eat it. So I'm going to add a can of corn to that. And I've got my home canned mushrooms. We're going to put mushrooms in there. We've got 1 straggler there. And then I've got my home canned beef, which we're going to add to it. So this is going to be a lot more bulkier, and it will stretch a lot farther. If you don't have meat, or you don't want to add the veggies, or don't want to add this or that, don't do it. You know, just rewarm it up with the sauce and that's it. And that's fine too. But let your leftovers work for you, you know what I mean? And what you would eat it for, and what you would do with it. Like I added peas to, you know, tuna fish casserole. I might add green beans to something else. Well, what happened, the kids got tired of picking up the veggies, so they just ate it. And through doing that I did daycare for almost 6 years while my kids were little. So during that time, my daycare kids got used to eating the vegetables too. So, and I just kept it up. I mean, it was something that just became part of me cooking it, because that's what I've been doing for so long. So me not adding it seems so weird to me now. And if you need to add a little bit more sauce, or you can just add a little bit of tomato sauce to it, you could add a little water to it. Whatever you need to do to make it so it's nice and yummy again, you know what I mean? Not all dried up and stuff. Tom is here, by the way. He just is down in the basement with our neighbor Crystal. He's going through and dusting off all the jars and reorganizing them so he can get me a list of everything that I have down there. Not of my canned goods that I bought from the store, but the stuff that I've canned, so I can know what I have down there, and I can make, you know, I can use some of that up and know what's down there and what I can make with recipes or meals in a jar or whatever I happen to have down there. See, now we'll probably have enough spaghetti left that even after tonight's dinner, we could probably have it for lunch tomorrow. So sometimes you can stretch that out enough that it can do 2 or 3 meals, you know, depending on the size of your family. So let me show you what it looks like now. Look at that. Spruced plain spaghetti and sauce right up, didn't it? So I'm going to let that heat up for a little bit, and then I'll be right back. I spilled some on my stove. Does that surprise anybody? So now what I want to do is I want to lay down a layer of the spaghetti. Look how yummy that looks. We can always make our leftovers stretch. Especially with food costs nowadays. And, you know, I know it's still spaghetti, but you've really kind of made it into a whole new meal because of everything that we've added. Now I'm going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese over top of that. Then we're going to take the rest and put it over top. Let's see if I can get it up and out of there that way. Just got my towel all dirty too. Let's get the rest out of that pan. Don't want to let that go to waste either. So it started out as a smaller amount of spaghetti. Now is truly enough to be an entire casserole. See the mess I made over there? Jeez, Pete. Now I had some of that pepper jack cheese left. So we're going to put some of that on top. Because, well, why not? It wants to come apart. Break apart. And then one more piece of that. So then I still have like 3 slices left. So now we're going to put that in the oven. Along with the 2 pieces of bread so that can start to warm up. And then, when it's all nice and melty, we'll pull it out of the oven. Alright, so there we go, fresh out of the oven. Doesn't look anything like yesterday's dinner. So we're going to put this on the table and serve it up. And we'll be right back. Well, geez, Tom, spaghetti, and there's still that much left.
Yeah, I know.
You're just...
Breaks my heart.
I bet it does. Somebody's out here. What do you think about that?
What? Try to be a star again?
It's really, really good. I like the fact that you can taste the cheese throughout the whole thing.
I put Parmesan cheese on there too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Belle wants your attention because you didn't shake her food down. Watch. Shake her food down.
It's only fair.
Now she comes over here and she wants him to pet her tail like 8 times, and then she'll go over and eat her food.
Go on, eat your dinner. Oh, she's not done yet.
There she is now.
I missed a few yesterday.
So was it good? Adding
Yeah.
the extra stuff, I added hamburger, mushrooms, and some corn. And cheese.
Mm-hmm. And see who's over here?
So winner spaghetti dinner?
Winner spaghetti dinner.
All right, you guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing, and goodbye, Tom.
Goodbye, Tom.
Bye, Crystal.
Bye.
You guys have a great night.